Okay, Mike Masato back with you here, CEO of Staff Driven Dental, the Dental Road Warrior. It's a Friday, post-haircut edition. So let's get right down to it. First of all, I want to thank everybody who's been watching the series. I believe we're up to about 5,000 regular views, which is fantastic. So let's keep sharing this. If you love it, share it on social media. We would appreciate it. And always appreciate your comments on topic you'd like to hear or anything else. And again, I appreciate all the comments from people saying, hey man, isn't that distracted driving? Are you okay? And I said, yeah. So I'm pretty used to this and talking and driving. I spend my life on the phone driving. That's the whole part of this series. So here we go. Topic for today. The 4 commitments to treatment. I like to call these the 4 commitments to treatment. These are the 4 things that need to occur before you can get treatment to happen with a patient. So I'm going to go over them one by one real quick. Simple ways that'll also help you increase your treatment acceptance with patients. So these are the 4 things that must occur before we can get a patient to really go through with the treatment. All right, so here they are in order of how they got to go. Number 1, you got to get them to say yes. All right, now does yes mean yes when a patient says yes to you? Yes means yes till they think of something better to spend their money on. Yes means yes till they get buyer's remorse. Yes means yes till they get home and their spouse talks them out of it. So yes is not enough. All right, but we get so excited when we get a yes. What do we do next? Well, we jump to step 4. Step 4 is scheduling. All right, we get them in the book. Great, they're in the book now. Well, they said yes. We can't wait to see them next week. Fantastic. All right. Problem with that is that that's a 50-50 proposition whether or not they're going to show up, because there were 2 major commitment steps we didn't get from them. Here's number 2 that we skipped. You got to get them to sign something. What I mean by that, sign a treatment plan before they leave, agreeing that this is the treatment that they're going to do and they're going to pay for. Now, if it's what I say, if it's $500 or more, just print out a treatment plan. I mean, in this age of computers, it's real simple. Bang out a treatment plan on the computer, have them sign it. Now, is this a legally binding contract in a court of law? No, it's not. However, when a person puts pen to paper, it's another level of commitment closer to going through with something. They're all of a sudden engaged. What am I signing? What am I agreeing to? It prevents patient amnesia when they come in the next week and go, oh, I didn't agree to this. I didn't say this. I didn't want to have this. We eliminate that, because you can say basically, quite simply, talk to the paper because the face ain't listening. Now, don't use that script. But anyway, you know what I mean, because if it's written, it's so. If it's not written, it's not so. I teach this in my program all the time. If it's not written, it's not so. Put it in writing. It gives you another level of commitment. What's the number 3 one? Big step. Okay, money. We got to get them to pay something. Put down something, a deposit on treatment. Okay, now if they prepay the case in full with a discount, that's great. You know, that's you don't need to get any more money. They're paid in full. They got a discount. If you notice, prepaid patients always come in because they're paid. They're committed. The money equals commitment. They're getting it to get in there. So, if you don't get prepayment, what you can do, the next thing you can do is start working on trying to get something. Get a deposit from a patient. You know, what I teach them, and it's worked very effectively, is get 10% or $100, at least, whatever's greater. All right. So in other words, if a person is due to come in for $1,000 worth of treatment next week, get $100, and then get the balance will be due next week when they come in. And that's a good test with a patient. They don't want to give you $100 today. What makes you think they're going to come in next week and give you $1,000? I'd rather know that now before I have a big gaping hole in my schedule next week because we got no money from them, or if they have an issue and they're not really committed, we'll know right away when it comes down to putting it down a deposit. And the great thing about getting a deposit is that once you get the deposit, they're committed. They're showing up most of the time, barring a true issue. And then all of a sudden, they're concerned as well about losing the deposit, which you don't do with them, but it's a good thing to make them be responsible now, since money has now been put down toward the treatment. All right, so 10%, whatever is greater, is a good number. So if it's $800, don't say 80, just tell them it's 100. Okay, if it's $1,500 is due to them, tell them it's 150 today to hold the appointment, and the balance will be due next week. Okay, this is done in many other industries. It can be done in dentistry. I don't know if I have the time on the video to go through all the explanations. There is an explanation to go through with the scripting. When people ask you about, I never heard about taking deposits before. Why do you do that here? You know, this is a change. You've never done it before. This is something you can go over with people and explain, you know, why we made a change and why we're doing it this particular way. All right. So what do you say to a patient? I don't understand why the deposit. Why do it this way? It's quite simple. You tell them, well, excellent question. Let me explain to you why. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but the doctor has got only a limited number of patients in the schedule. Matter of fact, he's only got 6 of them that day, 1-hour appointments, you know, because patients tend to think you're there always doing, you know, round the clock and having tons of appointments. So tell them the truth. You know, the doctor only has limited number of appointments in the schedule. We're going to be reserving an hour in the schedule. We're going to be scheduling patients around that hour. We're going to be setting the room up with certain materials for that particular procedure when you come in that day, and we're going to be assigning an assistant to that room for that procedure as well. So if you weren't to show up, we simply can't put someone else in the space, and that's a time we could have given to somebody else if they were truly committed. So I hope you understand that's simply why we're asking for a deposit. Everything I just said right now makes sense, it's logical, it's rational, and true. We're not making something up that's not true. Now, it takes some use to change and doing this gradually and getting comfortable saying this in an effective way. You can paraphrase what I'm saying, but that's where the coaching of this stuff comes in, to really learn to be able to explain to people, you know, that this is why we do it. And put some control in your practice. I've said before, control equals income. You put that policy in place, you know, let's say 80% compliance. You get 80% of people that are in your schedule. This is not for hygiene, by the way. This is for your schedule, doc. You get 80% compliance. Can you imagine if 8 in 10 people in your schedule were secured with some kind of money? Life would be wonderful. Talk about peace of mind, all right? So getting money from people as a small deposit, all right? And again, don't have time in a short video to explain exact, you know, what to do and how to do it and what to say and how to say it in this particular situation. But trust me, I don't teach things that don't work. All right, I trained this in New Jersey. This is the jungle here. This is the dental jungle. This is the most difficult, high stress, high competitive market there is, and difficult patients probably in the country. And I tell you, we get people to do it. Blue collar areas, white collar areas, they will do it. All right, you just got to be okay with it yourself. Again, because it's logical, it's rational, it makes good sense. It's just a change of policy and a change of business. Okay, it's got to be done. Okay, it will help you increase your treatment acceptance dramatically when you do this. All right, so please, you know, take my advice on this. Try something new. Get out of the box. This kind of stuff works. You know, putting these kind of policies and training your staff on this kind of thing, they can do this for you. You don't have to get involved in this. They can be talking money and putting something like this, these 4 commitments to treatment. You got to get these 4, all right, in order to have a better level of compliance, acceptance, and you know, people showing up, following through with treatment. Again, obviously, the subject of case acceptance and having an effective sales system is a huge topic. You know, I could spend hours upon hours on it, but this has been a short video, hopefully to give you some advice, start rewiring your thinking and how to go get patients to come in and show up and be committed to treatment. Hope you enjoyed this video. Dental Road Warrior over and out, and I hope to see you guys follow me again soon. I'll be back with another video probably in about a week or so.